So we're going to show you why a rainbow works and why a vacuum's not getting up to dirt.
Yeah.
Okay? So what's the one thing that vacuum companies always tell you they have a lot of? They never lose this. They say, our vacuum never loses this. Okay, we have the most suction. Okay, Dyson says it's the only vacuum cleaner that never loses suction. Shark says they have 30% more suction than the leading Dyson. Orc says they can pick up they can pick up an 8-pound bowling ball with their Orc extra light vacuum cleaner, showing you all this suction, right? Yeah. And when we go to the car wash, and you put your little $1.50 into the car wash vacuum cleaner, what's the first thing you do?
Try to see, yeah.
Okay. What are you checking? Suction, right? Suction is what's called a seal. So that's sticking to my arm, and that creates a seal, right? So what I'm going to show you is not suction. Something is the opposite of suction. The opposite of vacuum is airflow. A harmonica makes noise when you blow air through it. So right now, no air is going through it. That's why you can't hear it. But if I go like this, that tells you that air is going through this. That means the air must be going through this, right? So that's airflow. This is suction. Two different things. Now, let's see which one actually picks up the dirt. Okay. Now, I'm going to place this little cloth, okay, right on the ground, and we're going to say this is a piece of paper, some potato chips, some dirt form on your carpet. You want it to pick it up with a vacuum. So if I get real close to this, Bree and Mario, without even touching it, watch what happens to the dirt. See, it lifts it right up, it goes right into the water. Now, suction has nothing to do with that because I never touch the cloth. I never touched the floor, right? So airflow is what actually picked that up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the Rainbow into a vacuum cleaner that works just like this one, okay? Now, when dirt goes into a vacuum, the first point of contact it goes to is a filter. When dirt goes into a Rainbow, the first point of contact is what? The water. So we're going to put a filter before the water to make it work like your vacuum. So we're going to use a filter. We put that filter in just like that. Now with a filter, let's check to see if we have the same things we had before. Do I still have suction? Yes. Okay. Do I still have airflow? Yes. Okay. And can I still lift up this little piece of dirt that we did before? Let's see. Without touching it? Yes. Okay. So nothing's really changed. Now what we're going to do is we're going to show you what happens when you try to clean with a vacuum that uses a filter. As I clean, I want you to listen to the motor of the machine as I clean. When do you hear the motor going? Revving up, isn't it? Okay? Alright? So, you ever had this happen to you? You've been vacuuming? You get a string on the carpet? Just a little string ring, nothing big. You take the vacuum over and over and over the string. The vacuum tells you to pick it up. You do it. You actually put it in there yourself. Okay. And then for some reason you keep on cleaning. Okay. Well, if that vacuum, Mario, did not pick up the string that was on top of the carpet, you think it's having any problems picking up? You think it's picking up any dirt at the bottom of the carpet? Probably not, right? A couple seconds ago, we had no problem picking up this cloth. Watch. Now I can touch the cloth and it won't pick it up. I didn't even have to touch it before. Now I'm touching it and it doesn't pick it up. So at this point, your vacuum cleaner is just running. It's not cleaning anything. Now, what does the vacuum company say they never lose? Suction. Here's why they say that. Because they don't. You see, no vacuum really loses suction. So they say, they can advertise they don't lose suction, and they don't. Here's what they don't tell you. Suction don't have nothing to do with cleaning anything. Right? What cleans? Airflow. You notice you can't hear a harmonica anymore? Because what's stopping the air from going through the machine? The filter. See what happens with all filtered vacuum cleaners? As soon as the filter and the pores of the filter are lodged with dirt, and they bring in dirt into that filter, it doesn't work. So the very thing they sell you this machine to pick up is the very thing that makes it not pick up. Okay. All right. So I think that's a bad deal. Okay. All right. So the more you use your vacuum cleaner, the less it works. Look, that right there is carpet. Okay. And that's what most of your vacuum is picking up. This is the dirt that it's typically not, and it gets clogged up. Isn't that crazy? Now, my mama told me never take anything that don't belong to me. Okay, so I'm just going to get this back, y'all. Okay? But I'm going to be a gentleman, and she told me to be a gentleman too and clean up after myself. So I'm going to clean this spot. So if we put a filter in here, brand new filter, it will probably work better. But if I don't turn the machine on, how good is it going to work? Yeah. It's not going to work real good. So let me show you how I can actually get this carpet clean without even turning the machine on. Watch. Watch that spot. Clean. Can't see the dirt, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, do you want your home to look clean, Bree, or you want your home to be clean, or both?
Be clean. Well, and look,
look
clean.
Yeah, look clean, be clean, both.
Yeah.
So right now you understand that the vacuum cleaner, all it's doing is compressing all of this dirt and allergens you're trying to work so hard to get out of the house. Yeah. It's just pushing it into your carpet. So what do? You're never replacing carpet years down the line because you just can't get it clean. And that's $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Okay, so we can save you all of that with a rainbow, because a rainbow works different from a vacuum cleaner. It doesn't use a filter because filters clog. Filters don't make any sense. So when the rainbow company did, we got rid of filters. Okay? And what we do is we simply just use water. And with water, it doesn't matter how much cleaning you do. What you always have is air, because water don't have holes in it. Okay, so the dirt can't clog up the water. Okay, the dirt becomes one with the water, part of the water. Okay, and that separator pulls that air out of the bowl so that the machine is constantly cleaning because it constantly has air flow. Also, I asked you earlier how much of the dirt you want to pick up with your vacuum. You're like, all of it. Then I asked you, well, how much of that stuff do you want to stay in your vacuum? You were like, all of it. Well, you didn't know, but you were describing your rainbow. Okay? So all the dirt that goes in a rainbow stays in the rainbow. No dirt, no allergens, no dust mite move. None of that stuff flows back out of the rainbow because it's all trapped in the water. Okay? So, when you're all done using the rainbow, all you're going to do is take this bowl and you're going to pour out the allergens out of your house. They're out of your home forever. Okay, just take it outside, pour it over some of the rocks, pour it in your grass, pour it somewhere, pour it in, if you don't like your neighbor, pour it in their yard. Okay. No, don't do that, Mario. Okay. But doesn't it make more sense to throw this dust and dirt away? And how easy is it to throw it away in the water? It's not blowing everywhere. It's just, you just dump the water. When you come back in, you put fresh water back in your rainbow, throw some sanitizer in there, throw some ginger, orange ginger, tea tree mint, eucalyptus, whatever. Throw that back in your air cleaner, and then put this stuff away like you would the vacuum cleaner, but turn your air cleaner back on, okay? And the rainbow's always, always clean. If I left you the rainbow right here today and your friend walked over and said, what's that? Would you explain to them why this machine works and how it works? Yeah. Day 2 of training is done. Okay. Mario, that's your first recruit. That's your team right there, man. All right, cool, man.